In the last 2.5+ years, myself and the team here at Rebuild Recovery have worked with and have seen over 3,000 men begin to take action, begin to take back control of their lives by quitting porn and working towards becoming the men that they all know they are created to be. We've had the fortunate opportunity to work closely with roughly about 250 of those men inside our various coaching programs that we have here at Rebuild Recovery. But in this video, I want to tell you why a certain type of coaching, a certain type of recovery, in my opinion, is becoming the most successful. And if you're trying to go at it on your own, why it's going to fail, why it's a ineffective approach, and why you need to have community and support in your recovery plan if you're ultimately going to quit porn for good, reboot and rewire your brain, and at the end of the day, man, step into life that you know you were created to live. So here at Rebuild Recovery, we have 3 levels of our program. We have a course. Yes, you can get the course. I've talked a lot about it here on YouTube. I've talked a lot about how you can actually get the course with 100% or 100% money back guarantee. So we have our course available. That's the trainings, that's the teachings, that's the worksheets. Then we have our highest level of coaching. This is where you work exclusively one-on-one with myself. We hold this for a select few individuals. Our core offering, our core program that we're seeing tremendous results with the men inside of our program is done in a group type setting. Now, this coaching includes weekly group coaching and accountability calls. It includes dedicated one-to-one accountability partners. Literally, you have a right-hand man that is walking this journey alongside with you. You get access to the course materials. So you're getting all the same information that you got if you just selected to go into the course. And then you get some additional one-on-one coaching and support with myself or somebody here on the team. But the core part of this and why it's becoming so successful is the community, is the support, is the brotherhood that's created inside of those weekly support group coaching calls. And I'm here to tell you that if you're missing this ingredient, if you're missing a part of a community, if you're missing brotherhoods, if you're missing the supportive nature that comes with being with other like-minded men, they're all working towards the same aim, brother, you're missing a very important part of your recovery plan. Because here's what happened. Number one, when you get inside of groups like this, you realize that your problems are not just your problems, that there's millions of men that are struggling with the same issues that you're dealing with right now. So a lot of time that is the first step in removing a lot of the guilt and shame about what we're caught up in, because we realize like, hey, this is every man's problem. There's men all over the world from every walk of life, every race, every religion, every belief system, every worldview, every background. It doesn't matter. Pornography is having an impact on all of us. So when you get into a group type environment, you begin to realize like, hey, I'm not the only one struggling with this. And oftentimes that's the source of hope that you need, that if other men are struggling with this and other men have overcome this in their lives, I too can have success in removing it out of my life. Now, the second thing you get is you get identified other problems that you may not have yet dealt and have to face yet. On these group coaching calls, every man has an opportunity to share what's going on in his week. What hurdles was he facing? What triggers, what roadblocks was he having to deal with through his recovery? So you may be dealing with something going on in your life right now, but Steve on the other side of the country is maybe a few steps ahead of you. But having him talk about what he's going through is giving you some preemptive advice. Hey, down the road, brother, when you're dealing with this is the best way to handle it. So you actually get an insight into problems that maybe you're not yet facing, but will come up in your journey of removing porn out of your life. And then the third thing that I get that I believe is probably the most important is you get the proven social proof. When you show up weekly and you're taking action and you're having success, and then you're a part of a group that other men are taking action and having just much as success as you are, not only are you beginning to buy belief in yourself, but you're buying belief into others as well, because you're like, hey, this is working for all of them. This has got to work for me. And there's an accountability that's tied to that, because if everybody in the group is winning and you're not, you don't want to be the one guy that shows up to a call and is like, hey, I didn't do what I said I wanted to do. Congrats to all of you guys, but I'm still struggling this week. Now, we do get that. And then when that happens, we don't shame that individual. We don't call them out. We lock arms and put our arms around that brother and say, hey, man, where do you need us to step up for you? Where do you need us to support you more in this journey? But when you begin to get the social proof for yourself that taking action is working, and then you pair it with social proof of other men having massive success, brother, that's a recipe for an unbreakable confidence in yourself, unbreakable confidence in the journey that you are on. So I believe that the number one ingredient needed to successfully quit porn and reboot your brain is not the plan, it's not the coach, it's are you in the right type of community with the right type of men that are going to hold you accountable, that are going to support you and lift you up, and are going to encourage you to stay on the course when things get hard and difficult. Now, if you're ready to take the plunge, and if you're ready to get in a group like this, once per month here at Rebuilt Recovery, we launch a brand new group where we take 8 to 10 men through our 16-week coaching curriculum. If it's something that you're interested in learning about, then down there in the first pinned comment below, I put a link to our application page. Fill the application out, book a consultation call, and let's talk about what this will look like for you in your plan and in your life to removing pornography out of your life once and for all. Frank Rich at Rebuilt Recovery. I love you guys, and I look forward to seeing you in the next group.